Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Bhidhiyate. Last one. Now, any guesses? What is this last one? Any guess? Huh? It is Anandamaya Kosha, obviously, but what is this? Huh? Karana Sharira. It is Karana Sharira. Correlation. Okay, but now what is it? See, this Anandamaya is different. Huh? Here Maya means modification and not saturation. Because modification is a kosha, saturation is the self. Okay? Both are called Anandamaya only. But Maya meaning modification is the kosha, the covering. And Maya meaning saturation is me, the self. Okay? Now what is Anandamaya? Let us see. Anandamaya kaha evameva karana sharira bhuta avidyastha malina sattvam priyadi vritti sahitam sat anandamaya koshaha etat kosha panchakam evameva. Just as the previous ones were said, now you know what the previous one, the first one was Sthula Sharira, next three were Sukshma Sharira. So what remains? Karan Sharira, and this is what is Anandamaya Kosha. So evam eva, in the same way, what is it? Karana Sharira Bhuta Avidyastha Malina Sattvam. What is this Anandamaya Kosha? Malina Sattvam. Malina Sattvam means, see, Sattvam means that bliss of the self. See, where else will happiness come from? Even if it is a modification, where will it come from? It has to come from the self only. No, there is no other source of happiness. This only is there. Satchidananda Swarupa. So Ananda is the self only. So where else will it come from? Then happiness is of the self only. But it is coming to us as modification because of what? Malina. Malina means it is impure, as though. Impure means what? It is mixed with ignorance. Because the real happiness can be only with knowledge, not with ignorance. If you don't know something, Sometimes we say, no, I am blissfully unaware. Blissfully unaware. But that lack of awareness, will it keep you in bliss forever? It is not our nature to remain ignorant. That is why we are all the same. What is it? What happened? What are you seeing? So if you want to prank your friends, no, 2-3 of you start looking. Just look anywhere, anything. It can be a building, it can be a mountain, it can be sky, it can be nothing. You just, there will be 2-3 people will come. There was this boy was standing there, and he had a fishing rod, and there was a small little puddle. The rains and some pothole was there filled with water, and he stood there putting his fishing rod inside, standing there. So one man came there. What are you doing? Fishing. He started laughing. Fishing? Here? Said, yes. How many have you caught? Said, you are the 8th one. You want to know everything. Very curious. What is it? Fish. Fish is there inside. Want to know. See, so when there is ignorance, it will not let you be in bliss. These expressions and all, okay, temporarily maybe they are blissfully ignorant, but nothing like that. I want to know, curiosity. Because you are of the nature of knowledge. So you can't live in ignorance. So when ignorance and this happiness are mixed, like in the deep sleep state, it is called Malina Sattva. You can experience some happiness. Gurudev used to give this beautiful example for this. You know, you have these toffees, not those blister packs or pillow packs, and not that kind of. They used to have those, you know, those toffee like eclairs and all you have nowadays, you know. So those kind of chocolates, you know, those small toffees, Gurudev's example, huh? You put that along with the wrapper into your mouth. After some time, little bit sweet taste will come, but completely interfering with that wrapper. What is that? I'm not. There is happiness, there is sweetness. I can taste that sweet, but I am not fully happy. Why? Because that interference is there of that wrapper. That is called Malina Sattva. That happiness I am able to feel, but because of that ignorance, like the wrapper, that is the Anandamaya Kosha, that ignorance wrapper, it does not let me enjoy that bliss completely. Malina Sattva. Where is it? Avidyastha Malina Sattvam. It is in ignorance. That ignorance only is polluting it. That I am not getting it completely. I know it is there little bit. Otherwise it is so easy. I want liberation. Sleep. I am liberated. Again bound. What kind of liberation is that? So it's polluted by ignorance. So it's like that wrapper. Taste is coming, but all expressions are mixed up. So this Karan Sharira Bhuta Avidyastha Malina Sattvam Priyadi Vritti Saitam. And how does this happiness express? See, in deep sleep it is just one. There cannot be varieties or degrees. It is just one, but it is interference with ignorance. So it is wrapped in ignorance. So it is not that real bliss that we are experiencing. Plus, when we are awake also, see, Karana Sharira is there in Swapna and Sushupti Avastha, Swapna and Jagrata Avastha also. It is there, Karana Sharira. So then that Anandamaya Kosha also is there functioning. So there is that Ananda in waking state and dream state, it has degrees also. How much sweetness is coming through the wrapper? Different degrees. For example, let us say you love samosa. Or Swamiji, why are you reminding us of samosa? If you really have that Satya Sankalpa, it may come also, who knows? Wait and watch. Let us say you love samosa. Example only I am giving. Then, what happened? You are thinking of it. Samosa. There is some joy. Samosa. Samosa. With chutney. Dawa ke khao. Happiness. Then you see it is come, actually manifested. The secret, law of attraction. What did you attract? Samosa. What a waste. But never mind, at least samosa comes. Success doesn't come, samosa. Okay, manifested. Now it is lying in front of you. Degree has increased. More joy. Ananda increased. Okay. Then you pick up. Put it in your mouth. Brahmanandam Param. Do you want anything? Will you be coming for dinner? Tomorrow also cancel it. Fulfilled. Increased degree. So that when you were thinking about it, that joy is called, it is a modification of happiness. It is in a form of a thought only. It is called Priya. Technically, in the language of Advaita Vedanta, in this scripture, it is called as Priya. Priyadi vritti sahitam it is. Priya vritti means little bit of happiness. Then, next level, Moda. It is there in front of you. Moda. More degrees increased. We thought about it, it is here. Moda. And then Pramoda. Then your eyes are closed. You are elevated to another realm of experience. It's called Samosa Loka. Enjoying it, experiencing that. But it is also not the final deal, because as soon as it goes up to the throat, not even down, up to the throat, beyond that 1.5 inch area, the tongue, it goes behind it. What is there tomorrow? What is there for dinner? What is there tomorrow breakfast? Will we get dosa also? Today samosa, tomorrow dosa. Started further. So one by one, so that it is not it is not endless, it is very, very limited, but it has degrees. Priyadi vritti sahitam sat. That is called Anandamaya Kosha. Modification of happiness, bliss. That's what it is called, the bliss sheath or the. So what is the covering? When I say I am happy, aham sukhi, I am happy, this is the covering. Happy belongs to the Anandamaya Kosha. Oh, but then am I not happy? No. You are happiness. I am happy covers the truth, that is, I am happiness. This is Etat Kosha Panchakam. This is the 5 sheets. Now, one last small portion. What is this Atma indicated as? Atma kaha? It was said Panchakosha Atitah, beyond the 5 koshas. Why do you say it is beyond the 5 koshas? See, the sword is beyond the sheath. Beyond means what? Sheath is here and sword is here. No. Beyond the sheath means, oh chao, so sheath is here and behind that is sword. So turn around, you can see the sword? No. See, beyond means it is different from the sheath. It is not the sheath. And beyond also means it is not limited or tainted by the qualities of the sheath. So if sheath is red in color, the sword is not affected by the red color. You remove that red cloth and put a green cloth, the sword is not going to get affected by that. So it is different from the sheath and it is not affected by the qualities of the sheath. That is called beyond. Now how do you say it is different and how do you say it doesn't get affected by the sheaths? So here that is only talked about. We will read this part. Madiyam shariram madiyaha pranaha madiyam manascha madiya buddhihi madiyam ajnanam iti svenaiva jnayate tadyatha madiyattvena jnatam kataka kundala grihadikam swasmad bhinnam tatha panchakoshadikam swasmad bhinnam madiyattvena jnatam atmana bhavati. Now these 5 koshas, how do we recognize them? It is said Madiyam Shariram, my body. Annamaya kosha is referred to as my body. Madiyaha pranaha, my physiological functions, the pranas. Madiyam Manascha, my mind. Madiya Buddhihi, my intellect. Madiyam Ajnanam, my ignorance. So when you know, and it is very clearly known that this is my body, my mind, etc., then svenaiva jnayate tadyatha, just as if there is golden bangle or ornament or some house, etc., what do I say? This is my bangle, this is my gold, this is my house. Same way, this is my body, my pranas, my mind, etc. Same way. Now, in case of the house and the bangle, etc., madhyatvena jnatam kataka kundala grihadikam swasmad bhinnam. My bangle is different from me. My house is different from me. My car, different from me. My ornament, different from me. So that which is known as mine is different from me. Simple. Same way, all these 5 koshas known as mine, how can they be me? So what is the principle here? Even if you are not able to remember this whole thing, at least the last part you should know. Madiyatvena jnatam atmana bhavati. That which is known as mine cannot be me. Madiyatvena jnatam, known as mine. Atma, I, cannot be that. Na bhavati. That which is known as mine cannot be me. So all these panchakoshas, all their attributes, even if you say this is my body, all the attributes of the body are not belonging to me. My pet. Do you ever say I am barking? You never say, even by mistake, right? You are my pet. My pet is barking, not me. Then why do I say about my pet like that? My pet I don't say. My pet I say. I am coming out. I have to go in. So, diet control, exercise. I am, suddenly I am pet, not me. Body, me. Mind, me. Why? This shirt, not me. But the body, me. How? If you think about it, straight logic. It's not rocket science. Straight logic this is. That which is known as mine cannot be me. Because mine will always be known as this. This is my body. This is my mind, no? My buddhi. Today it is on leave. So please don't ask me to think. So today only it is on leave. Today it must have applied for leave. Otherwise it is perpetually on leave. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Who is Jiva? The infinite Atman identified with the finite instruments is called Jiva. So what is the real nature of Jiva? It is Brahman only, Atman only. That infinite only. But because it is identified with a limited instrument, it considers itself to be limited. That is why we are all Jivas right now. So I asked what is Atma and you are talking about what it is not. So therefore now coming back to that question, he is saying Atma tarhi kaha Satchidananda Swarupaha. Then what is Atma? That I had told you. I had indicated Atadvyavrati Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana, and then I also told you Swarupa Lakshana. What is it? Satchidananda Swarupaha. Now again Satchidananda Swarupa, there are three words we have used. So tell me what it is. So Sat Kim Kalatrayepi Tishtati Iti Sat. Sat Kim, what is Sat? Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha. So what is Sat? Sat Kim Kalatraye api Tishtati Iti Sat. That which remains or exists in all three periods of time. What are the three periods of time? Past, present, future. So, all periods of time that which exists means if something has a beginning, then before that beginning it was not there. So past it was not there. So now if you say that all three periods means past it was there means there is no point of beginning, no origin, no beginning, no unborn. If there is an end, then after that it would not exist. But this future also it exists, means it has no end, it is endless, beginningless, endless, birthless, deathless. And in the present also it is there, unchanging. That is called Sat. Now what is it that exists in all three periods of time? It was there, it is there, it will be there. There won't be any time when it is not there. What is it? If we say it was there from the beginning of time, beginning of time it was there. Before time began, it was not there. Puja Gurudev very beautifully explains this. What is time? Time is the interval between two events. That is called time. Now for two events to manifest, they first take place as subtle thoughts. So the same definition at the subtler level will be the interval between two thoughts is time. So for time to exist, how many thoughts required? Two thoughts. So when did time begin? When the second thought came. Right? When the first thought, Gurudev's words he used to say, just to make us understand, when the first thought was thoughted, there was no time. When the second thought was thoughted, then time began. Two thoughts you need, no, for interval, and that's when time has to begin. So when that second thought was not yet thoughted, time t is equal to 0. Time has not begun. There is no time there. When the second thought comes, interval, time starts. Right? First thought, no time. Second thought, interval came, time began. That is why what is the unit of time? It is not first. Because it began from the second thought. But when the first thought alone was thoughted, time was not there. Who thought the first thought? The one whose first thought it was there before the first thought also? Right? At first thought itself there is no time. This one whose first thought it is, that entity is there before the first thought also. Only then he can think the first thought, right? So, who was there before that? So, that's why Gurudev used to say, Samay ka baap. He used to say, Gurudev used to say, that is Atma. Time ka baap. He used to say. Because at time 0 also the first thought has already come. But before the first thought came, that substratum of that first thought has to be there. He is grandfather of time actually. Think about it. So what are we talking about? Kalatraya pitishtati. Kalatraya lives in that. It is the very principle of existence that is called Sat, because of which even time exists. Even everything exists. That is Sat. Sat kim kalatrayapi tishtati iti Sat. Clear? Who are we talking about? What are we talking about? This Sat is Atman. There is one Atman who is Sat. Who are you talking about? It is me. You should not think about Atman is Sat. Okay, understood. Next. What is it? What do you have more to say? Not some Atman sitting somewhere. It is talking about me. These are words indicated to reach me. Satkim kalatrepi tishtati iti sat. And what do we say? I am not in the best of times today. मेरा बुरा समय चल रहा है. बुरा समय चल रहा है. कौन बोल रहा है? समय का बाप. You think about it. What बुरा समय? Time has an influence on us, or we have influence on time? Time exists. For its existence, time depends on me. In Mahabharata, there is a beautiful, powerful verse. After the war, Yudhishthir becomes the king, and Kunti Devi, his mother, she gives advice to Yudhishthir. Says that you are the Raja, you should know certain things. Among that, she says very, very important, very powerful verse. She says, Kalo va karanam rajnyaha, raja va kala karanam. Itite samshayo mabhut. She says, you should never doubt whether the king is influenced by time or the time is influenced by the king. Such a doubt should never arise in your mind. He says, Itite samshayo mabhut. May such a doubt never come to you. Then what should I understand? Raja kalasya karanam. It is the king who influences time. So a king should not be according to the time. What to do? Time is like this. If you are a king, better make the time improve. And if it is true for the king of a nation, we are the king or queen of this entire creation. As the self, we are the substratum on which the time also exists. That is Sat. Then should we get influenced by time? Or we can influence time? Time is dependent on us. Raja kalasya karana. Very powerful words. Moving on, it says, Chit kim jnana swarupaha. What is Chit? What is Sat Chit Ananda? So what is Chit? It says Jnana Swarupaha. See, Jnana Swarupaha and Jnanam, when they are used, is a little different. Knowledge of something is called Jnanam. But knowledge or consciousness is called Chit, Chaitanya. That is called Jnana Swarupa. That which illumines the thought of knowledge as well as the thought of ignorance. See, when we talk of light and darkness, because that's the example given for knowledge and ignorance, light and darkness. When we can darkness be illumined by light? Can darkness be illumined by light? As soon as light falls there, there is no darkness. So darkness is cancelled by light. Darkness cannot be illumined by light. Similarly, a thought of ignorance is cancelled by a thought of knowledge. But the thought of ignorance cannot be illumined by thought of knowledge. But this consciousness is that which illumines both the thought of ignorance as well as the thought of knowledge. I know that I know, and I know that I do not know. The one who knows both knowledge and ignorance is beyond knowledge and ignorance. That here is called Jnana Swarupa or Chit, Chaitanya, consciousness. Consciousness is that which illumines both knowledge and ignorance of objects. I know English. Who knows you know English? I don't know Russian. Who knows you don't know Russian? The one who knows, one who illumines this. Immediately what will happen? Who knows? I know. Now this I know is also a thought. Who knows that thought? Who is seeing that? Who is experiencing that? Consciousness, again thought. Till the time it is thought, it is not it. You have not reached there. Okay, I know, Chaitanya Swarupa, that Shuddha Chaitanya, the pure consciousness, that is what knows everything. And that is me. Who is saying this? What is this? Again a thought. Who is witnessing this thought also? That witness, who is beyond thought. Where words also fail. It's a direct experience. That is Chit, consciousness. Jnana Swarupa. It does not need anybody's assistance to know anything. To know color or form, I need assistance of the eyes. I need a conducive situation of light. And it has to be in range. So if it is something, light can travel only in a straight line. As soon as you turn something, I cannot see it. So I need instrument, I need a conducive situation, that is Devata, and I need the object. All these three come together, any perception will happen. And when one of them is not there, perception will not happen. But whether perception is happening or not, someone knows both. That is consciousness. That is Chit. That is Chaitanya. Chit Kim Jnana Swarupa. That is Jnana Swarupa. It is not knowledge of something. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.